Some Sloppenheimer.
Toppenheimer. Whoa, live on mic. Hang on a minute, buddy. Let me scroll up to my 13-page document. There we go. Let me take a sip of my water. Oh. DM time. Let's get it, gamers. Whew.
Oh wait, I'm assuming everyone speaks Common.
Yeah.
No, I speak Bird.
You,
Exclusively Bird.
Well, I can understand
chirp,
you.
chirp.
they gave you the
Chirp, chirp,
they
chirp,
gave,
chirp,
they gave
chirp.
you the little monkey pad they gave that guy in what's it called? College Chance of Meatballs. Steve.
Oh
they gave that.
my
They gave you the Steve pad. All right. Introduction. It has been nearly 2,000 years since the beginning, since Oradnus laid down its roots and began its rise to become the most powerful civilization. There's been, and never will be, a society capable of reaching such heights. Their fall was nothing short of nigh impossible, but there is no way to calculate probabilities beyond mortal comprehension, truly. No one could have foreseen the end of Oradnus, for it truly was at the apex, then and forevermore. This story is of those few who fought and struggled to understand just to save their people. This story is about the lives of those who can make a difference. This story is about desperation, about failure, about love and life. This story is about loss. This story is a tragedy, and it starts 6 months before everything became nothing. Today marks the start of Oradnus' future, the dawn of a new era that would have thrust Oradnus into the realms of divinity. All those who have a say in the Empire's future are called upon. You are among those summoned. You are the Adjunct Assembly, auxiliaries of multiple different imperial facets within the administration, commanders, truth seekers, advisors, ministry members. You will be there when history is made, and your mark will be left as you play a direct role in making it happen. You walk down the long corridor toward the High Chamber, the room seldom used but necessary to facilitate the individuals that will be present. Your fellow assembly members stride beside you. The personal security and forces of your group defend your flanks. Though your strength far exceeds theirs, these brave souls would even fight their comrades to ensure your safety, for that is their purpose. And you all are free to converse for the moment. But we're going to pause before we get there and go to George first, because he needs more backstory.
Well, aside from speaking with everyone,
I'm gonna hide your characters on the map, move you out of the map so the music can play, but let me move you. Let me just hide your entire crew, invisible, and then reset the fog of war just to be safe. And now I will activate this scene. There we go. Sana, you are a proud commander. Were a proud commander. You are a member of the Adjunct Assembly. Were a member of the Adjunct Assembly. What are you now? Who are you now? Does it even matter? You were imprisoned for nearly a year when an unknown group after a mission went south. Went south, huh? That's what you keep saying, but you know you were sold out. Now you spent 6 months, these past 6 months, since your rescue, in an interrogation ward in your own empire. Someone named you traitor. Someone pinned the failure and leaked an information leak on you. You are now chained and bound to the wall. All power you possess dampen a low thrumming headache. You're borderline a normal man now. You were never meant to be normal. You heard rumors. The Third Age has captured you. A group of anti-Oradnus factions and fallen kingdoms all in one place. At least, you knew who your enemies were in their camp. Now here, the lines are blurred. Most days rush by, but not today. Today you're being thrown into a cell with some others. This is new. This breaks you from your trance. And before we go to the other group, you, Sana, are in a cell with a few others.
Are you done, disembodied voice? I don't need a recap for my own fucking life.
Hey, who you're talking to, man?
What? The disembodied voice that just narrated my past year.
Oh, another insane one, are you? The guy in the corner of the room turns back around and lays back into the little cot he's in.
I know what I heard. Hey, buddy. I heard some motherfucker yapping about my life.
You hear a figure off the other side of the room, kind of in the corner, wearing tattered robes and a hood up, is in their face, leaning against the wall. You too, huh? What they have you for?
My charming personality.
All right. Now, really, what they get you for?
Oh. I'm the most evil motherfucker alive, according to them. I led my squadron to their demise. Sorry, not squadron, legion. And I'm a traitor to the Empire. Me, a loyal soldier. For who knows how many years.
Loyal, you say? You kind of glance down at your chains as they are pulled a bit tighter from you gesturing your hands to talk. It's like almost like an automatic thing that kind of pulls your chains tighter when they think you're trying to break free almost. You look to your chains as they kind of tug them for. They don't like a sharp tug. It's like a light, almost like a seatbelt, kind of stopping you. Like you try and gesture your hands really fast when you're speaking, and it kind of just stops and tugs you back a little bit, and then loosens again. And as you look down at the chains to see the mechanism that's binding you at this point, you look back to the person you were talking to, and they are a lot closer.
Wow.
Their eyes are crackling with this black flames and this white lightning, kind of almost like sparking through their eyes like clouds.
I could get lost in your eyes forever. Majestic.
Peculiar. Very peculiar, you are. But why, if so loyal, were you abandoned?
Who knows? Perhaps loyalty is a symptom for idiocracy. The more loyal a man, the more easy he is to throw under a bus. Too stupid to see it coming at him.
No. You gave everything for your cause. You've done much more than many ever have and ever will. So why you? Do you wish to damn them? Damn those that betrayed you?
Well, considering the closest friends and love of my life were butchered in front of me, right, disembodied voice?
They're not here anymore.
Fuck. I was hoping the DM would answer that for me. Let's see. Oh yeah, and the very people I gave my blood, sweat, tears, and cum to threw me in here, blamed me for a massacre, and then tortured me for it, like I wasn't torturing myself already. Yeah, I kinda want some revenge. Though I just don't know who to drive my blade into.
If you were given a target, would you prove you are worthy of the station you had and more?
I try to bring up my hand to stroke my imaginary beard and think this over, but I imagine that it gets yanked back immediately.
They don't.
Oh.
Do you want to prove?
Do I want to?
Do you want to prove?
Maybe. But do I need to? Yes. Every fiber in my body and every strand of my soul is begging for it. So yes, I need to.
Good. To
So
prove
who's
them
Dick?
wrong. None. But to prove them wrong, to damn the ones, the blasphemers. They extend a hand. You need to be free of this cell.
Preferably.
Then take my hand. They are unbound. You look at this man. Unlike the person in the corner is bound too. Most people in this room are bound and paying you no mind. This man is unbound.
You're no prisoner. At least, not in this cell. I don't know who you are, but I like you.
You can call me Damni.
Damn me.
And they take your hand. Do we shake on it?
Boy, howdy, and how.
That encounter happened 5 days ago. Now you're being dragged before the administration, your fate in the hands of the many groups within the Empire, but also in the hands of those you once worked with. A lithe, white-haired gentleman is escorting you alongside a handful of enforcers. You haven't gotten his name yet.
So, pretty boy, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Demetrius. Pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you. Perhaps we can, meet somewhere outside of here, too?
If they don't lop your head off, by all means.
Oh, I'm terrified. Anything but a swift beheading. Ooh.
We jump back there to the group. As you are striding towards the room, you are free to converse as you are but minutes before reaching the doorways of the meeting room. I forgot the name. The meeting room is named the High Chamber. You walk down the long corridor to the High Chamber. It's a room that is seldom used, but you are free to speak amongst yourselves now. All except for you, of course, Sana, as you'll be revealed later on, or sooner.
Okay.
You're going to the same place they are, but you'll be revealed soon.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Question to you.
What's up?
Do we know why we've been summoned, or we're finding that out when we get in there?
Find out when you get there. You just know it's an important meeting. They never call the entire administration together, let alone your group, unless it's something really important.
DM, I have dark vision.
You're on the map. You're just invisible. But you're free to converse first as you walk.
Okay, we're walking to the place with an
Yep,
idiot.
you're like a minute or two from the door, so you have a bit of time to converse amongst yourselves. Is the music still good for y'all? Is it good still?
Yes.
Yeah. Do I see my friends?
I mean,
are my friends
side by
walking
side,
down
yes.
here too?
They're side by side.
Oh, cool.
You're part of the same group. You have to drive together.
And
It's
that's
a black
including-
map, so
I know.
we can't.
We don't.
see.
Yeah.
I know. But you guys are striding side by side.
We see each other's characters.
I mean, you'll see them when you're on the map, but you're free to converse first.
Oh.
You goofball.
Well, I'm saying us that are walking side by side. Okay.
Go ahead. Have a way you'd like to stop this?
I don't have a way I'd like to start this. I was just thinking about what to say.
Well, do any of you all know why we're being summoned here today? Very out of the ordinary.
Birdbrain will look over. I assume since we're striding like side by side, he has to like lean his posture forward and look down the line for more fear. No idea.
Huh?
I have no idea.
We'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. God, is it good to be back from the front, though? Hot place, fire plane. You've ever been there?
Can't say I've had the pleasure, but I'm sure glad I'm not there. It's so good
Well-
to have you both back, though. V, Mori.
Yes. When is the next barbecue? Gods, I thought of your food every fucking week.
Birdbrain does that thing where he puts his hands up and he like, oh my god, kind of like blushes a little bit, giddy. Oh, we'll have one this weekend. How about that?
Oh, really? Where we having it?
The same place as usual, Morpheus, my place.
Ah, delightful. Could share some more stories.
Yes, and how is... God, you have to tell me. How is Lily? She must have grown so much.
She has. Oh my goodness, she has. She's 4 years old now. Zephyr will pull out a. Gabe, do we have picture technology in this world?
Yeah.
Zephyr reaches into his pocket on his waistcoat and pulls out a little like locket, and it has a picture of his wife Charybdis and his little daughter Lily, and she's so much bigger than you would remember her. She's like twice as tall.
Here, let me just grab the picture really fast.
Is this recent?
Yes, we got this about a month ago.
Iovitas is holding up her fluff of bangs so that she could look at the picture correctly, and is just going, no. I hardly recognize her. God, she's gotten so big.
Hasn't she? Oh, she outgrew all of her initial clothing. We had to get more.
Fantastic. And, of course, Charybdis is doing well.
She's doing quite lovely, in fact. She's
Very
enjoying the time away from the Feywild that she's taking, and she's loving the city life.
You think she'll come here for, permanently?
Zephyr, looks up at the ceiling as they walk all dreamily. I hope.
Well, it is always nice to have a bit of exploration amongst elsewhere. You get to see a lot of things and learn a lot.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Cause reminds me, Io will launch into a story about the campaign in the Fireplane. She's very animated. Big smile as she talks, uses her hands to gesture a lot. Talks about how fucking amazing Maury's work is on her gun and how she loves that thing. She talks a lot about Astorius, her dragon. Her eyes, what you can see of them through the bangs that hang over are glinting. And it's a very animated story about some battle or another, things that happened, and overall how much she missed Oradnus.
Wow. Zephyr listens bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and maybe being able to connect parts of what's going on, but he's more or less just enjoying the energy.
DM, quick question.
Yeah.
The fireplane campaign, is that done or it's still ongoing?
It's over now.
Oh, it's over.
They ended an entire campaign in 2 years. Military might go brr.
Turning towards Io. Fucking, I gotta learn names.
Okay. They'll be on the map soon. Once you're on the map, you'll see everyone's names. You can however their thing will say.
Yeah, they're on the players thing as well. So let me say it. But well, since your campaign is finished, hopefully I can go and see the play myself without the whole conflict going on.
Yes, I'm sure it will be in top shape to begin visiting again soon now that everything's settled down. We're fine. We did fantastic. Things are wonderful.
So Ishmael will talk to you, Maury, since you were rather quiet at the moment. He'll go, do you understand I understand you recently made developments in some military technology. Do you think it'll be widespread use, or is it more just for gestures to Io as she's talking about her war story? Oh, my nose. My nose broke.
The nose. I forget, does Foundry have the built-in thing where you can see when someone's typing?
I think not when they're typing. I think you can see it after they. I don't know. Actually, I forget. I don't know if it's built in or not. But I guess I don't think we're in the map.
That's a module.
Yeah, I don't think it'll appear on the map as well.
Oh, true.
I should get that module. I'll get it for the next session. It's my bad. I thought it was natural. I thought it was like a native thing. My fault.
You're fine. We're learning.
Is Emily here? I also she's talking on. Very sure she's talking on Discord or on Foundry. I forget exactly.
Might be either or. Her voice thing is conflicting with Foundry, particularly because they both eat a lot of memory.
I'm sorry.
You're fine, that's not your fault.
Let's see here. There's a dog in my bed. Okay, so while I'll let... actually, no, I will... When you type your response, I will type back to you as well. And with Ishmael, before you get your comment with Ishmael, so you don't feel rushed to type. Oh. That makes sense. Well, I mean, if things go well here and they need more tech for this, whatever they're doing, if they're doing something involving the war, or any war, perhaps you could push forward your inventions, get a bigger budget. I, for one, would speak on it to the Truth Seekers. I'm not sure if they'd be too interested in military hardware, but the technology behind it would be revolutionary in some fields. Let me scroll down. And as you are responding to Ishmael, you reach the large double doors. They open automatically, and as you enter, there's a chill that seeps into the base of your neck. Welcome, Adjunct Assembly. I have established this link to best assist you in finding your riches within the chambers. Please allow yourself to be guided by my subconscious mind. An arcane consciousness is present, one with far more authority than your own adjunct mind. While the consciousness belonging to your group is pushed to the wayside and your psyche adjusts, you finally take in the room, and I will now unveil the map for everyone.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Glowy.
Civil affairs, the voice of the people, all their wishes and all their needs, voice to those who need to hear it. The ministry, your empire's most elite military minds, unraveled through the centuries of the conflict. The order of the truth seekers and the directors that are present, the most senior and well-versed hunters of knowledge alive. They hold in their mind the history of the ages, past and present. The seats of the High Chamber, advisors for the administration as a whole, with mouths at the ear between the most senior members of the administration, and yourselves, the Adjunct Assembly, individuals gathered from the many other administration collectives, almost a micro-administration in your own right. Your eyes shift, almost drawn like magnets, to one individual seated atop a staircase near the back of the room. I will shift ping it. Oh, then shift ping. There we go. Illuminated on the throne by sunlight beaming through a stained glass window, bearing the administration logo, a figure that fills you with confidence and pride in your people, the potentate of Oradnus, the most powerful mortal being known to be alive across any plane of existence. All groups have benches, like jury areas in a courtroom. You are no different. You're almost put on autopilot to your area and reach it within a matter of seconds. The doors to the room close. I will only be here to relay relevant records and information to your mind. Otherwise, I will vacate your consciousness. Farewell. The chill fades to a dull, cooling sensation, and a buzz fills your mind. Whatever this meeting is, it's about to begin. It is time for the administration to decide the future. I will unpause you all, and I'll move you to your seating. And you are free to adjust yourself as you deem fit. You also, as you walk, notice across the room, near the back wall, bound in chains, is your former companion, Sana.
Is my mouth gagged?
No.
Alright, am I close enough to speak to them?
No, you are seated by the ministry over here on the right side. They walked in and immediately started walking to the left. And you all would know that the mind that was the arcane conscience that was in your mind a second ago was the high servitor that monitors this entire chamber. They're basically like I forgot what they're called. People that keep notes in a courtroom. I forgot what they're called at this current moment. It's just
stenographer.
Yeah, they're basically the stenographer of this entire chamber. They keep track of all the records and conversations that happen in this room, and they relay any information that you wouldn't have present to your mind while you're talking about it. So if you need, if you're like, oh, and if you, thinking back on like this point in time when this happened, it would almost be put in your mind instantly so you give vivid details as you're talking about it.
Okay.
So basically, it's basically like having Google search in your mind 24/7 when you're in this room.
I'm about to give us Google Teams in a moment, bro. It's okay.
Yovitus,
Could I just say
notably.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
please take a look at all the characters around here. Also forgot to mention, this is up here. This is civil service. These are the truth seekers, the ministry, and then the middle rows are the seats of the high chamber.
Gabe, I need you to shift ping her, shift see her, please. I need her.
Daniela?
Oh my god, don't.
Please.
Oh,
shift
she's
see her.
real hot.
You can't shift Z her, but I'll paste your token in session talk.
Yes, you can.
You
Yes, you can, Gabe.
You
I
can?
need her.
Wait.
I need
Oh.
Go
just-
over to your folders where you're keeping the NPC. Right-click the NPC on the right-hand menu and do View Artwork.
Oh, okay.
She can fix me, I swear, please. Please.
She could break me more, bro.
View token or character art? Are we the same thing? Or is it the same thing?
DM, while you're doing that, are we supposed to be sitting in our
Token artwork is the one that goes on the map.
assigned
Oh, okay.
seatings, or
There you guys
with
go.
the Adjunct Assembly?
Did it work?
I
No.
don't see
No.
it.
So, view token artwork. It's not working.
Just hover over it.
I'll also place it in chat for those that want to.
Not
Yeah.
wait, you're not clicking Show to Players?
Is there an option for show to play? Does it in there?
When you view the token artwork and it booms up on your
Oh,
screen,
show
top
to
right shows
players.
players.
I need her. I need her.
Whoa.
Or you don't.
Please,
Stop
please
it.
fix me. Please fix me.
Bro, she's not gonna fix you.
Daniela, you're
She's
wrong.
gonna make it worse.
That's fine too.
But yeah, and then of course down here in the bottom left is your group, the assembly.
Okay.
And we are supposed to be sitting with our group.
That's kind of why they're split here. This middle line here is where it goes from ministry to what's it called, tree seeker second, which they're all in this half for the ministry.
So, second thing, would I know by being one of the, by also being one of the, or formerly one of the seats of the High Chamber, would I know some of the other people?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
Also, forgot to mention up here, she is the chief of all civil security in Oradnus. She handles all.
Hey.
She monitors all the enforcers that get their jobs and everything like that. And she's almost like the fucking chief of I guess everything involving internal security for like soldiers and all that. She handles all the enforcers pretty much. And
Chief-
works
I'm gonna
that.
need you to drop her art in Discord in a bit.
She is also. What is it? I can't pull up her thing right for backstory. Yeah. She is a mediator for the administration as well. She works to moderate the conversation to make sure nothing gets too hostile. She's not as strong as a lot of people in this room, but she hits hard enough that she can make up for it by just the mutual damage alone. And here's her token, I guess, as well. Why not?
Yeah.
Respect. I love the eyeliner.
It looks like
Um.
she doesn't give a shit about me, and I like that.
This
Oh, this one?
motherfucker out here.
Oh, I got you. Oh yeah, he is a former ruler of a small kingdom actually. That's why
Whoa.
he was put there because he is very indifferent to what happened to his people, and he's just kind of there to help Oradnus flourish, or whatever. Here you guys go.
I'm gonna have to steal.
Mike?
Michael. There's an L there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Mikael.
Oh, there is an L. I'm so zoomed out.
His name's Mikael. Yeah.
I just see Mike. Okay, a lot of cool faces. Question: we see Sana on the other side of the room,
Yes.
right?
He's currently bound in chains next to this guy right here. Who you have not
Sana,
seen.
do you ever look at us and make eye contact?
I'll make eye contact and give like a eyebrow, like, hey, how you doing? But
Oh, Zephyr's going to make an overdramatic step up to the railing, like hands on the railing, and like wave.
Oh.
Zephyr? Who are you? Oh!
Hey, Maury wants to see Adam real quick. Maury wants to see.
Connor.
Or I said Maury. Emily wants to see Adam real quick. I forgot.
Adam Smasher?
Adam Smash, hurry, yes, sir.
Oh. No.
hold on. He has a tie, but then off to the side, he has another tie.
Does he?
Yeah.
I can't see. Where
No? What?
Oh wait, I see. Oh, I see it. He's got a tie around his shoulders and a tie under his shirt. He's got two ties.
Also,
Wait,
his
where-
buttons
Adam?
he's missing an entire button. Uh-oh, Gabe. Where did you find this picture?
In twist.
You've been had.
Of note,
They're all from
I will
Pinterest.
say that the moment that Io steps into this room, her eyes take in who's there. She immediately stands at attention and salutes. And it is all business now.
Oh,
there's no more smile.
That reminds me.
There's no more like telling of a story. She's very much like, okay, it's business time.
Professional time.
Never mind, I forgot about
There-
Oh, sorry, continue.
There is a moment when her eyes do trace over and she notices it's Sana, and there's just a long stare, but there's no expression, and then she just kind of looks back at the room.
I forgot. As you were walking by, very large man walks across the room. Most you would, I would explain. I'll explain who he is in a moment here, but most would know him as Iovitus's mentor. He was a commander a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 years ago. You guys aren't sure. But as soon as she walks in, the rest of the people in this room, talking quietly amongst their groups. You guys are making your way over there, and as soon as she walks in and you lock eyes with him, he goes, "There she is, the rising star of the garrison." I assume the campaign, the fireplane went well. He walks her and pats her in the back, I guess on the shoulder, head, because he's really tall. He's like 9.5 feet tall. This is a massive man.
Oh my
Her
god.
bows are half giant, so I mean, she's also quite tall.
Oh yeah, then yeah, you guys are both tall. He pats you on the shoulder.
Yeah. She looks at him. There is a tiniest bit of a soft smile that pulls at the edges of her mouth, and she says almost stoically, but in a way that he knows, because they've known each other for so long, he knows that there's something of a joke in it, lightheartedness, and she says, "Hello, father." And says, "Yes, the campaign went exceptionally well, as it of course would."
I followed all of your reports whenever they came through the ministry's doors. We'll talk
Wonderful.
more after.
Yes, of course. Very good to see you.
He leans down a bit, and your compatriot Sana is here. I'm sure you saw.
I did indeed.
There is a trial being held after this, potentially for his execution.
Ah,
The individual next to him I'm unsure of. He's from the ministry, but he's more of an advisor, so perhaps he's trying to pull something.
okay.
We'll find out. He smiles and stands up
thank you.
again. Now then.
She inclines her head very respectfully, and then almost lockstep marches to the spot over here.
Okay, you can go to your seat now. Sorry about that. That would have been as you were walking. That would have been like in the middle. He would have been like, "Hey, you!" and just like ran across the room and dragged you to sit. No, as you're walking, he would have strode over. He's very quick. So it'd been like 3 long gates. He would have been next to you in a matter of steps.
Holy shit.
He's I guess
He is too.
I will explain for those that at least know a bit of history. He was. I've not explained the timeline to y'all yet, but the Age of Awakening was like about 1,000 years ago for Oradnus. It was the first time Oradnus began to actually grow as a superpower. He was a commander during the last years of that age. So at least, at most, he's 1,000 years old. At least he's about 300 to 400 years old. And he was a renowned commander back in that age. People consider him to be the most powerful member in the ministry and possibly the most renowned commander in Oradnus history currently.
Yeah.
And also, he has mentored one of your crew members as well. He has also been mentored to one of your members of your group.
Well, nice surprise to see that you have some connections here.
Well, it is only meet that he is here. He, I'm sure, has a stake in this as much as any of us do. I would have been more surprised had he been absent, considering the amount of people called to this meeting.
Well, I assume it is of utmost importance, considering it seems to be almost everyone.
Yes.
Especially, is it Sana or is it Sarah?
Sana.
Sana. And considering that they're bound, I wonder what that's about.
For those that ever wish to look at any of the NPCs in here, I did spend the past 3 or so days giving them very loose backstories so you can talk to them. Except for, like, I think a few in Civil I haven't finished, like, these 4 in Civil. But everyone else in the room has a backstory that you can ask them about, kind of.
Wow, Gabe. Of course, the civil servants don't have any writing about.
Oh my goodness. I gave him... He has writing, and he has writing. Anyways. There you go. Just one more music change. A man wearing a vibrant, glowing white outfit, who you would know, Morpheer as Mikkel, stands, waves a hand to get the attention of the room. He is... So, to explain how the seats work, the seats of the High Chamber, of course, are advisors for the administration, but they are delegated to different groups. Vance is with Civil Service, Daniela is with the Truth Seekers, Arthurian and Adam are with the Ministry, and then Heinrich is with your group, as your group's advisor. Mikkel is the advisor of the Potentate themselves. Because he also was a ruler, of course. So he is one of the advisors that is... They don't tell the Potentate what to do, but it's more like a, it's an extra pair of eyes on a decision at times.
Would I've ever questioned why because well, I guess
you are an auxiliary. You are if a member of the High Seats can't make it, or the seats of the High Chamber can't make it, you would take their place.
Gotcha. So
that's how you guys are. That's how you guys all work. You guys are all backups, pretty much. You're like you're your own group when they are full staffed, and you're kind of like a fourth party to help in decision making. But if they're ever short staffed, they'll pull from your group first to put you in spots they need for like votes to be made.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I thought it was like came from the high. Gotcha. Okay.
No, yeah, you would be a member of the group only in terms of like you are one of the auxiliaries for if they need an extra city individual in that is specified in that role to assist in big decisions.
I have the credibility to be one, just not one.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
He stands and goes, "Firstly, thank you all for arriving at such an inconvenient time. I understand not many of us can meet at the same time under normal circumstances. However, these are not normal circumstances. The dawn of a new age is upon us. We are nearing a point at which civilization will not regress behind where we currently are at once again. Hence, the administration has been summoned to devise our action plan in preparation for our future. As per usual, please defer all your topics to your allotted advisors. If there's more to be added, you may speak up after the subject is presented." And as he kind of sits back down, this is on the tough part. Presenting or requesting whatever is pertinent to your group. If the potentate does not speak, you are to assume you are approving whatever you have done or wish to do. It is when the potentate speaks during this meeting that there is something either wrong or more clarification required. This is basically they're here to say either no or tell us more. The potentate is only here to tell you. Otherwise, you can assume what everyone do is approved. But if they ask you to talk more about it or they speak up, then something is terribly wrong, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're literally just there to oversee the decisions you guys make and say yes or no, basically get a final say in it.
So we are Congress.
Yes, but they have they are top dog. You're not gonna try and box them for that position, but
You said box of my bet. Actual self, no, I'm playing. I don't know. I ain't no answer with that.
The other seats of the High Chamber rise and make their way over to sections assigned to them. Your advisor, Heinrich, a very laid-back man with a history of intensity almost alien to his current disposition, walks to your group as well. And I'll move everyone over to their little positions just so I can get them out of the way.
When Heinrich comes up, I will.
He is going to give you a hug.
Oh!
Look at me flying in, bro!
He smiles and gives you a hug. Morpheer!
How art thou, Heinrich?
I'm doing wonderful. You like the mustache? But don't get out.
Well, that suits you.
I thought so. Well, we have time to discuss what you all wish to present, so any topics of interest you all wish to gather, any reports to make to the administration, or are you just here for the ride?
Well, I was just here for the ride, but I'm not sure if you know anything about that over there, as I point to Sarah.
Sana.
Sorry, I don't know why I keep thinking of Sarah.
Sana.
What a word.
I can't say I do. I'm not assigned to the ministry, but from what I can gather, if he's here, post whatever happened to him, I can assume nothing good. I'm guessing the ministry and the potentate will decide what to do to him next. But I'm guessing it's an end of the meeting kind of thing.
Well, I just hope he hasn't done anything too grave.
I mean, besides the rumored...
150,000 deaths.
It's rumored as much
Sorry,
as
what? How many?
150,000.
his entire legion.
Oh. And he's the only survivor of his legion?
Indeed. Seems he was
That's-
captured by the perpetrators. Him alone captured.
That's quite interesting.
Interesting indeed. I'm wondering why they brought him here at all, to be honest.
Gabe, is there any music in here?
No, it's relatively quiet. Actually, it's running up. Most of your sections are warded off by like sound dampeners.
Okay. How much can I move?
You can move as much as you like, if Demetrius permits it, of course.
Oh, so I'm not like completely bound?
You're in, hand and wrist shackled. You can still walk and move your hands and stuff. They're not holding you back. You're free to walk.
Okay. Then I'm gonna be whistling like a little tune to myself quietly, looking chipper and happy as a I don't know, toddler that just ate Sonic or something. And I'm gonna be not like dancing, but just like shaking my shoulders, doing a little like kick out every once in a while. Like I'm dancing
Walking
to
on
a
your
beat. Only I can
heels.
hear. Yeah, I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a gay old
He's
time.
doing the Josh Hutcherson whistle.
You
No!
see, the guy next to you, Demetrius, just goes, "You seem rather relaxed despite all things happening."
Oh, I just got a feeling that today's gonna be a good day.
Well, we will see what the
I don't know,
ministry
good day,
decides. We'll see what the ministry decides come the end of this meeting.
Que sera, am I right?
Sure, whatever you said.
It's Argonia.
I'm not sure I understand that. They're a place with conquered. Are you from Argonia?
Don't worry your pretty little head about that too much. If you don't know, you don't know.
I'll have to inquire about it. So, are the rumors true? 150,000 soldiers?
Oh yes, I killed every single one myself with my bare hands. I told them, hey guys, line up. New, bold strategy. I'm gonna kill you one by one.
I can sense the sarcasm.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I assumed as much. Thought I'd
Well,
ask anyways.
Can you sense my animal magnetism to you?
I could get a hint of that every now and then. Passes between the pretty boy and the glance to the back of my head longingly.
Well, don't be shy. Glance back.
I'm afraid it's not my job to glance back. I move forward, I'm
Work
afraid.
pro bono. Why don't you work pro bono for my opponent?
What?
I wonder why they didn't gag you in those chambers, to be honest. But I can see why. You're still a lovely conversationalist.
I haven't been gagged in a while.
A shame. And he turns back to look at the room.
Like I'm doing great. If the others look over to me, I'll like make eye contact, and since I can actually like move my hands a little bit, I'll like wave, like, "Hi guys, hi."
Zephyr waves over
Oh,
occasionally.
look, he's waving. Heinrich is back at you. Look at him.
Like a 2 minutes.
So, along for the ride. Oh, great. Scoot over. Move
Well,
down. Move down.
I was wondering
You all
if we are moving into a new age, as they said, what is the plan with the ministry and for future expansion of Oradnus? That is what I am interested in.
I am also quite interested in that.
I'm assuming the ministry will bring it up. They've been very hush-hush lately about their expansion, about their plannings. There's something big going on. Maybe there's a new war to fight. Sure hope not.
A new
but
war.
there always is, isn't there? We're too big at this point. Someone wants a piece of something. People want their land back. Folks are mad we're too big.
Well, I suppose we'll hear what is to be said.
By the way, congratulations on the fire plane campaign. I did hear about that. It's a big accomplishment for you.
She inclines her head respectfully, places a hand over her chest, and says, "Thank you, thank you. I could not have done it without my legion."
Wonderful legion they are. Were I still in my prime, would have loved to join you.
Oh, I'd love to have you.
I mean, if you, to be honest though, if you saw me on the battlefield, it'd been a bad thing. You do know who I was back in my prime, don't you? Kind of looks off, like into the distance, like he's thinking about his past. Trying to
Do I know?
strokes his mustache.
He's reminiscing again.
Heinrich, it was rumored that Heinrich was once a candidate to be an incarnate, which are like the top 10 strongest behind the potentate in the Empire. He got a very serious, debilitating injury that...
How much am I learning you to rip off, huh?
What?
10 strongest soldiers behind the 1 meter.
Oh my gosh.
Yelling this across the
However,
room.
the person, ironically enough, he's very friendly. He would have shot the shit with at least Zephyr. Ironically enough, the person that gave him the crippling injuries over here in the ministry camp did. It's Mariah of the ministry, and they are now married.
Yeah, let's go!
Yeah,
Lovers?
Mariah was a
My man
traveling.
got pegged once and couldn't walk anymore.
Mariah was a traveling swordsman who was trying to beat the strong people across the entire plane. She had a cool title and everything. She met Heinrich. She didn't beat Heinrich. It was a close fight, but she didn't beat him. But she crippled him, and which involved him not being a candidate anymore because he couldn't physically keep up with other candidates at that point.
I just realized no one talked about the fucking mecha bunny.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's a badass.
I think Wicked, he could be that right there.
I mean, like I said, Lex. Io and Moy would know. They are the newest member of the ministry. They were an archfey that left the Fey realm.
Whoa.
So they're Harengon?
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't that that shit that Naruto got?
No.
But yes, if you saw me on the battlefield, it would have been mean that things were too dire for even your mighty legion to take care of.
Well,
To be young again.
All the more reason to have had you in the Legion.
Yes, of course. I long for conflict some days. Not long for it isn't like I enjoyed fighting, but to be physical again, you know?
Well, I'm sure you still have some spunking left in you.
If I want to cripple my brain, of course I do. It's a give and take now. You have not, have you read the files on limit chaining yet? Wonderful thing.
No, I don't think I have. I'll have to look
Gave
into
the remainder of
Do
my
we-
strength from my mind.
Do we know about limit training?
You would know because you're in the ministry. It is the well, one of course there's a document in the lore section of the
Yes.
thing, but it is a relatively newer concept from like the past. I say newer relative to Oradnus, which is like 100 years. Newer concept that involves weakening one aspect of yourself to strengthen another part. It's like a trade-off for it. And since he was already physically weakened from the crippling injury, he just gave the rest of the strength for his
Got
mind.
it.
I could trade off again for at least a few minutes, and then I would probably collapse in a bloody heap. But to be young again, you know?
We
Sure.
enjoy your presence here always.
To be young.
Speaking of young, how are the little ones?
Oh, she's doing fantastic. Takes out the little picture and shows him.
Oh my goodness, look at her!
I know, isn't she just adorable?
I don't want to say anything that Mariah might want me to talk about, but there might be a party for a little something in the future.
Zephyr
He
gets
is-
up and just does a little hop oh my god, really?
Yes, indeed.
Ia's expression nearly breaks from the stoic business as there's an widening of eyes beneath the fluff, and her head slowly turns to look at Heinrich, and she just eventually goes, "No."
I'm afraid so, but don't let Mariah know. She might try to kill me a second time. And I wouldn't win this
Yep.
time.
Zephyr will do that thing that people in friend groups do where he'll look over Heinrich's shoulder over to her, make sure she's not looking and look back
As
at
soon as
him.
you look back, she's looking at her eyes snap in your direction. There's a piercing for a moment. It's like an eclipse is behind you.
Zephyr quickly duck his head ooh,
She saw you, didn't she?
don't worry, we won't, yeah, she did.
He jumps his head solemnly. He puts a hand on your shoulder, Zephyr. It's been a good run, old friend.
Oh, Heinrich, you like that.
Congratulations.
Kill you. She might hurt you.
Congratulations.
Walks down to you, Maury, and congratulations to you as well for your breakthrough in those new fang-spangled shooting devices. Like the crossbows, the magic missile crossbows, but they shoot something else, I'm told? Something a bit more potent?
It is incredible.
You have to tell me
I
all
would-
about it.
I would bring it out right now if it would not be mistaken for an act of sedition.
Oh, understand.
Yes,
When it's
don't
all
do
is said and
that.
done and everyone leaves the room, I can't. I shouldn't. Anyways, he looks at you more. Tell me all about it when we have free time. I think they're wrapping up the meetings now with their groups. But I would love to hear about these new technologies you've made. I'm fascinated by everything. Well, Morphia, move over now.
Okay, you can take the front. I'll sit back
Oh, you're
here.
a peach, and he takes you down and move him like bring try to take your seat.
I'll be able to see more from back here.
Ishmael looks at you and goes, "It is good to see Hannah can spirit still, yes." He's, by the way, in the back here. You see unseen in the front row. He's moving like these these near invisible glyphs and symbols around in the air for the past like who knows how long, trying to like decipher some sort of puzzle in the background.
Who, Ishmael?
Yeah.
What are you working on here, Ishmael?
I'm trying to find a breakthrough. They've been researching something. I can discuss a bit more back in the assembly spire, but it's the next big, not next big, but I think it'll be pretty important for the truth seekers in the future.
Morpher will give him a smile and pat him on the back. Yeah, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I mean, you're going to help me,
If
of
you
course
need
I
my
will.
help,
I will.
I am more than open to helping you. I'm not sure.
I might call upon you and Mori, to be honest. You're the two minds I trust the most here. Not in terms of, like, trust, but you mean, in, like, the philosophical and technological terms of things.
Well, I am honored that you think such. Well, of course, you know you can ask for my help anytime.
Leans over to the... One second. Leans over your shoulder. Ion goes, by the by, could I join you in your next conquest by any chance? I have things into research. I want to practice, or theorize theorycraft. I want to research something in the field.
Her head doesn't move. She remains sitting very still and back straight, but she says, I don't see why not. I would simply have to receive the necessary permissions, but I would be glad to have you.
Oh, wonderful. I can, of course, assist. I am, well, of course, beyond being a truth seeker, I have a bit of combat prowess in at least the arcane and stealth varieties.
Long as you can take care of yourself.
I should be able to. And I'll request the truth seekers to send me maybe a small detective enforcers as well as my own personal, like, research security or something.
Well, you just let me know. I will be happy to have you, as always.
Sits back down. At this point in time, the first group that speaks are the Truth Seekers. Their seat member, Daniela, spins around and kind of leans against the wall nearest their section and goes, the only thing the Order needs to address is the summit that's happening in 3.5 months. Each group in the administration is required to send a representative. Otherwise, they're requesting additional funding for the evolutionary research and improving the current concepts we utilize. For more details, I'm told, go to the summit, refer to that. It'll include more of the information on the research. For those that can't make it, however, it'll all be transcribed to your group's arcane consciousness. That's it. She spins back around and leans back against the wall.
Which one was talking?
Daniela. Over here.
I see her.
There's a light murmuring. A member of Civil Affairs stands, not their speaker, but an individual from the group. They wear an all-white suit with gold trim and reflective glasses that block their golden eyes. You all know them to be Aaron. Just over here.
Yeah.
He looks cool.
Civil Service sees no problem with allotting a portion of our budget to the Truth Seekers. According to the figures I've researched, it is due in part to these concepts that public morale and industrial productivity has increased by nearly 3% in the past 2 years. He nods his head towards the Truth Seeker corner, and one of them nods back as well. And almost in tandem with him, with Aaron sitting back down, a tall man with sort of tattoos and rings, wearing a full black officer uniform and coat over his shoulders, walks forward and steps, picks up, or as the individual known as Vance, picks up where Aaron had left off. Civil Affairs is reporting an overall increase to 90% in terms of Imperial satisfaction and public trust. They would request more funding for youth development programs and for the constant influx of new citizens, more housing. There's a heaviness in the air. All heads turn to the potentate, who has done little more than lift a finger. She wants the room's attention. She waves Mikhail to approach. The man does, and kneels before her. He nods his head as the potentate speaks quietly, then he rises, bows, and walks back. The potentate requests exact information on how many new Zahalian editions will be needed and where. Please provide all details by day's end. And Vance nods. And since you have nothing to speak about, Mikhail looks to your group and Heinrich waves his hand, and he nods to Heinrich. The ministry speaker walks a few feet away from his section. He is a tall man with a mane of golden hair and a scarred mouth. He wears an extravagant suit. The man is named Adam.
The ministry would first like to inform the administration that as of yesterday, the Sky Wrenchers and their Commandant Ilra have pushed into the territory of the Child of Death and their forces. This marks a stunning 89% success rate of offensive actions in her campaign. This exceeds even the rising stars of the garrison. The ministry notions that Commandant Ilra's request for custom-made equipment be accepted, and our forces outfit with whatever she requires.
He steps back as another well-dressed man with a spectral snake clawing on his black and gold robe steps forward. Arthur Rain, the other seat member attached to the ministry, speaks.
The ministry also encountered a matter requiring clarification. According to Ministry Mind, they received a link from an individual named Zax of the Truth Seekers. Before the full link and message were filtered, it was deferred to the Voice of Oradnus. The ministry would like to know if this is intentional or if Voice of Oradnus is experiencing degrading.
There goes even heavier than before. The potentate is no longer looking away. One eye is peeking beneath her mask, affixed on Arthur Rain and the members of the ministry. Do not speak a voice in such a way. For a voice to be degrading, the entire matrix would need to have fallen. What was done for a purpose. Do you doubt voice? Do you doubt me? The entire section containing the ministry stands and offers a deep bow. One of them whispers to Arthur Rain.
Apologies. There seems to have been a simple misunderstanding. We simply sought clarification. They trust you and require no further details.
Potentate looks away again. Member of the Truth Seekers, a rising star in her own right, next in line for a seat in the tribunal, a Kale rises. In regards to Zax, I can offer some information. Zax is currently searching for an evolutionary within the fringe city called Fragilis. Perhaps he's planning to move on to the next steps. I would request the ministry have the syndicate cell in the north cause some major trouble to give him a chance at locating a potential candidate. The largest cell is in Fragilis, perhaps out there. And in response, an old ancient man stands from among the ministry. He leans one hand on the half wall before him. I'll actually shift ping him. I'll shift ping Grandpa over here. I'll shift ping Grampy over here.
Regulus.
This man is something of a legend amongst Oradnus leadership. He wears ornate robes and keeps a puppeted owl on his shoulder as Regulus speaks.
Shikasta.
Thank you all for the information. The ministry approves your request and shall contact Executive Samael Fragilis in regard to this plan.
And he sits back down. Mikhail rises, this time of his own volition. The seats of high would like to remark on the unusual silence of a typically insightful individual. Zarius of the Truth Speakers, have you nothing to speak upon? You who conceptualized the theory of seven and the potential of sin embodiment, have you made no progress? This month marks a... Looks at a... You kind of pause for a moment. This month marks the drop to a 35% reduction in your efficiency. It has started to slow down research and wasted funding allotted to your project. All heads turn to face this man with almost a patch face. Every individual gets a little shift ping. Who leans back in his seat, head rolled back, and eyes looking up at the ceiling. He moves a hand dismissively. Mikhail nods his head. Very well. Is there anything else to bring up for this meeting? For this first meeting? A loud voice booms across the room. Lanoth, one, if not the most influential military commander of his generation, and many after, stand in the center of his section. This massive, nearly 10-foot-tall man adorned in heavy armor speaks. We are not going to ignore the action of the Third Aegis, are we? Their guerrilla campaign against our eastern territories cannot be brushed away. If we're to move toward this new age with confidence, the problems of the past need to be left in the past. I notion for a full campaign against the Third Aegis, and I nominate, he gestures over to across the room, Iovitus to lead. They have proven themselves capable and show potential that may one day equal the great Commandant Ilra herself.
Iovitus stands at attention, saying nothing, but very stiff.
Can I call out as she's standing there quietly and awkwardly? Woo! You go, girl!
Girls get it done.
Just make a shot face to him across the room. Like, shush! What are you doing?
You got this. I laugh at jokes.
There's a dog in my room. Where's a dog in my room? He will nod his head to you, Iovitus. Very prideful nod, and gives you like a faint, almost concealed thumbs up under one of his arms as he turns to back to the pillar. Kind of takes a lean against the wall here. I'll have them sit back down.
Yeah, she will also
As you sit back
take
down.
her seat.
As you sit back down, the potentate goes to wave their hand to dismiss the meeting, and then the figure you saw who's standing beside Sana steps forward, kind of pulling Sana behind him. Before things convene, in regards to this one here,
I do a little Eto Blair quietly.
and also in regards to the Third Aegis, there's a previous notion to have them executed. I believe they still have use. Sana here has been a wonderful upper echelon of Oradnus' leadership for some time, a commander of one of the more well-rounded legions until their unfortunate demise. A trusted member of the Adjunct Assembly, what I can gather. The waste of a valuable asset over unconfirmed theories. Let them prove their loyalty. Put them on the mission to hunt the Third Aegis, the very group they have believed to have been a double agent for. If they bring you the head of, say, Field Marshal Cantello, then they will have proven their heart remains with the Empire, and also a key player in the Third Aegis will be dead. The room is quiet, murmurs for a second. The Ponte says nothing and waves a hand, ending the meeting.
Oh.
You'll meet once more next month, and from there, who knows what the future holds. Oradnus' next steps will be in the hands of the administration as you all devise a strategy to usher in this new age. Some begin to filter out of the room. I'll leave them there, but it'll begin to filter out of the room. You're free to walk around now as you'd like. Some filter out of the room, some stay to mingle a bit longer.
Real quick, as this man was talking, Demetrius, is there a way that I could contact the Arcane Consciousness just to query who this is?
Okay. Yeah, you can contact Adjunct Mind. You will learn from Adjunct Mind that I lost it. Demetrius is he works for like the not intelligence entirely through the ministry, but he is one of the intelligence gatherers of the ministry. He's not officially on the board, but he's like an advisor for intelligence gathering, and he handles all prisoners of war and things along that line.
Okay, so
Not a key
he is
figure.
doing something. He is doing something that makes sense for his station.
Yes.
Okay.
He's not a key figure to make huge requests like this, of course, which is probably why he had to wait until a meeting of this caliber to have the full ministry present. Because he does bring San over to the ministry, and a few of them do begin to converse with him for a moment. Actually, I moved the seats high back. They're all chilling here, but yeah, they do converse for a bit about you, Sana. Most of them are definitely opposed to it, but since the potentate did not decline this notion of you being released as a trial, you are released from your chains.
For the first time in disembodied voice, how long? I lost track of time.
This would be, what, about 1.5, almost 2 years.
Oh, the first time in 1.5 to almost 2 years. I can move my wrists without chafing them.
It's large. The large one behind you walked in, puts his hand on your shoulder.
The chains aren't really gone, are they?
No, I'm just good to see you back here again. I always
Oh.
enjoyed how you handled your battlefields.
You know, there's another field I can handle you on. How you doing?
You wish, Pipsqueak, and she pats you in the back.
Damn. Well,
Actually, tell you what.
Hmm?
You win the campaign as third Aegis, I'll consider it.
I'll marry you.
If I win my campaign against the Titans in the North, before you finish your third Aegis one, the answer will be no. How about that?
You got yourself a deal, sugar mama. I'll go to dap her up.
She'll dap you up.
Yo! Yeah!
Now there's one more person I gotta place a bet with. And she's just trying to go across the room to the assembly area where you are. You would know to where Io is right now. She's trying right to you, Io. Like in almost a beeline across the room to you.
Oh, goodness.
Bisexual competition. Fuck.
She hops the wall and lands the heavy thud. Since you're the commander of the Legion heading to handle the third Aegis, you're in the bet too. Winner takes all.
What bet is this?
I was telling your recently released friend Sana.
You.
If I finish, she waves you over. If I finish my conquest of the North against the Titans before you finish your conquest against the third Aegis, well, I told him I would marry him. He said if he won, he'd marry me. Or if you won, it's weird. If I win, though, I get to call upon your army one time for free, any battlefield I want. And if you win, you call upon my forces.
Why don't you go for the marriage bet too? You afraid?
I don't normally do gambling when it comes to campaigns.
It's an allotment of resources. We're both gonna win, obviously, just for future reference.
An allotment of resources that has to be approved by proper parties. It's not something you can just bet on.
I am the proper parties. I'm in the ministry. If you want, she points to laugh, I'll talk to the big man for you. If he says yes, will you agree? That's a yes! And she hops over the railing. Begins bounding across the room again.
She kind of hesitates, clearly not really enjoying this, but this woman's already gone.
For reference, for those of you that are in the know, that is Z. She enjoys being a field commander. Though she's in the ministry, she enjoys being a field commander. She loves good rivalry and good fun with her fellow commanders and pretty much everyone else.
You can command my field any day. Yes, sir.
Her last conquest involved her and her. She's a very barbaric force of soldiers. Surprise! She got a lot of fucking berserkers in her army for the most part. Her last conquest ended a bit before Zura did. It was involving handling a contingent of deviant angels that had tried to take over a portion of the south.
Okay.
She's a well-known field commander, but she's also in the ministry, so she does hold a bit more sway than the average commander would.
Right, okay.
She's basically able to allot her own forces whenever she wants to.
Right, okay. So I watch her go, and then I mutter, well, if he says yes, I suppose.
Who cares about that? Hey, everyone, I'm back. I outstretch my arms and say, where's my hug?
Iovitus looks at you and stares and does not move.
Hand on your shoulder, Sana. You're not actually back. You're just attached to Iovitus' army. There was no promise you'd be back in the assembly.
I'm partially back. Come on, Zephy, old boy, give me some sugar. Come on.
Hunter goes.
Zephyr will stand up. Just look, watch.
Hunter will send. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, do we know Demetrius?
No.
Oh, in that case, I will welcome to Demetrius, outstretching a hand.
Hunter was going there as well, actually. You shake his hand. He goes, Demetrius, Ministry Advisor for Intelligence. Pleasure to meet you.
Morpheus, Adjunct Assembly.
Pleasure. Heinrich someone goes, Heinrich, Siege of the High Chamber. You know, big deal, all that stuff. I'm playing with you. He pats him on the back. Nice to meet you, Demetrius. Well, I guess nice to speak with you officially, Demetrius. I have to go, Morpheus. I have to run with the seat to making a decision right now. I've got to roll.
Ah, of course. Go
Pleasure, Adjunct. We'll catch up again later.
Wait, Heine, you didn't even say hi to me.
I don't know if you're a criminal yet or not.
I love you.
Can't blame him, Sana.
As he's running across the room, you see his wife beeline to him while he's going to meet with the rest of the seats of high.
Oh no!
It's like that scene from Madagascar. Marty, Alex, Marty. Vance, as soon as Vance sees her walking over, he peels off this way.
He's like, nope.
Zephyr will run over and give Sana a hug.
I'll hug him tight and like lift him up. Oh, I miss you so much.
Oh, it's so good to see you back, but you didn't, right?
Eto Blair.
That's not a straight answer, Sana.
And I'm not straight, your point being.
That's 150,000 people.
That I may or may not have killed. I'm not at liberty to say.
You should not speak at all in the Potentate's presence. The Potentate is not looking at your direction, though, but they are still at the top of the throne, sitting there.
Wait. Yeah. Do I see the Potentate looking at me?
They're not looking at you. You cannot tell what they're looking at. They're looking off, like, in just this general direction.
Oh, Gabe,
You should choose your words wisely.
As Demetrius mentions the Potentate, I turn around, kiss my hand, and do a saucy little blow a kiss towards the Potentate.
I'm gonna back up. I don't want to be in the vicinity if this motherfucker gets smoked.
She does not move from her seat.
I would imagine.
Zephyr will look at Demetrius behind Sana. Would he at least be allowed to come to a cookout?
He's not a prisoner anymore, but he's just not in the assembly anymore.
Wonderful. Zephyr pats Sana on the shoulder this weekend.
Zephyr.
Gonna be
Because he's under the assembly.
What?
Yes, actually, he would be beneath the assembly, so feel free, patching the back, Sana, to boss him around as much as you'd like.
Hey, Maury, glad to see you too. It's been so long. Thanks for the stuff you made for me. The government took it, but I enjoyed it while I had it.
Well, I guess we should help you clear up these, hopefully, accusations. I am hoping that these rumors aren't true.
Morpheus,
Right.
I love you like a brother, but are you really about to meddle in my criminal affairs? You really don't want to get caught up in the...
You keep saying criminal affairs like the ministry that just said you wouldn't die isn't 5 feet away.
What are they gonna do? Change their mind?
Yes,
Yes.
they can do that. They're the ministry. The meeting is done now. It's technically in their hands whether you live or die. It's no longer we're calling the potentate. It's kind of if they think you're bad enough, they'll just cut your head off.
Sana, just try to act nice, at least around them before they try to cut off your head.
By the way,
Kidding, trigger warning, dark humor.
as a requirement of your freedom, I've been told to give you this. And he hands you a ring.
I do.
Oh, wonderful! Use this ring. When you find, if you find Field Marshal Cantello, use it on him.
Oh,
Patch on the hand as you close your fist around it. Good talk. A pleasure meeting all of you.
You,
Had me go in there for a second,
You as
to
well,
be honest.
Demetrius.
Farewell.
He's gonna walk over
Watch
here.
it and walk away.
all right,
Just
flaw.
watch him.
He goes to mingle with the rest of the crowd.
Eovitus, is staring, boring holes into Sana with her eyes, which are, again, rather covered by fluff. But there is a long stare. And then she just goes, "Are you capable of being serious for even one moment?"
My darling Io, I am serious, but don't call me Shirley.
No, then.
What does that mean?
All right.
What?
It was a book I read.
You can read.
Ashana will go, I recommend not putting him near me.
Yes.
Wait, how old are you?
What? No, I just meant because you are unserious and I'm a very serious worker. Well, one, it is good to see you again, Ishmael, but two, I will be joining Iobatis, showing up clearance, joining Iobatis on her next conquest. Apparently gets to the third Aegis.
Yes.
Who's talking
And-
right now?
It's me.
You're Ishmael.
Yes.
Nice to meet ya.
We were on this...
You know him. What do you mean nice to me?
I'm fucking with him. Come on. He's serious, I'm unserious, or are they them?
If you are to be a part of the Legion, if you are to help with the next conquest, the next campaign, do keep in mind that as your commander, don't speak to me in that way. I do not
On
want
duty,
you-
I will be 100,000% serious, Your Honor.
Consider yourself on duty right
Your
now.
Honor.
I don't know her
Oh.
gender. It's been a minute.
Lyneth walks
Looks
over.
like you're taking orders now, Sana. Good luck.
Lyneth walks over to you and goes, I'm told they wish to make an arrangement for... What
There's
do you
a
wish to do?
There is a gamble being made. Yes, I am unsure.
If you wish to engage, you are more than welcome to, but if not, I will ensure you are not involved.
Come on, engage, old buddy. It's gonna be fun.
Do not speak to me so kindly, Sana.
I was talking to her, but sure.
Do not speak to my protege so kindly, Sana.
I'm wounded.
You're about to be. And his eyes glow for a second.
Okay,
I don't want to
let's
start shit right now.
Sir, don't mind him. He's quite the character sometimes.
I don't care what he is. If he looks to you about to talk, if he, for even a moment, jeopardizes your campaign, you summon the ministry and I myself remove his head from his shoulders. Even a second.
If Astorius doesn't first, yes.
I'll bring her treats next time I visit.
Wonderful. She'll enjoy that. As to the little gamble, will you remind me again, what are the terms of this bet?
You finish your conquest against the third Aegis before I finish mine against the Titans in the north, and you can call upon my soldiers whenever you want to. But if I win, I can call upon your soldiers whenever I want to. It's a one-time use, though.
One-time use.
One-time use.
She considers for a moment, tilts head from side to side, and then says, I suppose it wouldn't hurt.
Precisely. We don't lose in Oradnus. It's just a little fun between friends.
Right.
If things get really bad, I'll put a call in for more reinforcements, okay?
Same here.
Right on. She walks over and puts a hand to shake.
I will take her hand and give a very firm handshake. Clearly still, there's a lot of tension. It is still, like, regardless if the meeting is over now, while she's in this room, Iobatis feels like it's business time. So there's not a whole lot of, like, haha, fun going on. It's just, like, business handshake.
She looks at you and goes, Rising star, huh? You better win. I'm looking forward to it. I've been rooting for you, actually. Alright, I'll have to go kill more angels. And she starts strolling out the room with her hands behind her head.
Enjoy the angel killing.
Good luck.
I'll
Commander.
try. They've been hiding in the damn fucking hills for the last... And she walks out the room.
I can't wait to marry that woman. Beautiful.
Mary.
Don't.
Leno sucks her teeth and walks away. I don't trust that man.
Stomps away. Fucking
Until he's proven
giant.
innocent, keep eyes on him.
I plan to.
Oh, yes, please keep staring at me. I'm flattered.
I'll walk up next to Lanoth, just walk next to him and say, so, thank you for that. Nominating me, I mean.
I understand it was a lot of pressure to put you upon, and I apologize, but I think this could be your breakout. An entire faction this large, this is way bigger than your campaign with 5 planets.
Would you do me the favor of telling me what you know of this third...
The Third Aegis.
Third age? Yeah, Third Aegis.
Of course, the Third Aegis themselves are a collective of 3 different kingdoms that have, well, got in the way of Oradnus in one way or another. And other small factions that just don't like us, all under one banner. From what I can gather, all they want is to make Oradnus and its people suffer. Currently, from what I've known, they are based in the Deadlands to our east.
The Deadlands.
A lot of open terrain. I can't give you a full briefing here until I'm back in the Ministry Squire, but they number a bit more than the average rebellion we squash. We estimate nearly 6 million overall in their manpower.
Understood.
Hence why they'll be giving you your own, well, a retrofitted new citadel under your use, actually.
A citadel?
At my behest, of course. You can't have you march across the battlefield anymore.
There's clearly some shock there, but she bows, and says, thank you.
No, you have earned this.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Say nothing. Win. One last war to make the new year great. Or the new age great.
Oh, I plan to.
New Year
yes.
resolution.
And again, if you ever feel you cannot do it, for any reason whatsoever, do inform me. There are plenty of less capable commandants that we can put in your place.
I am honored, and the pressure only motivates me to, well, succeed.
I'm sure you shall. I believe, however, your meager force of 150,000 will not be able to cut it anymore against nearly 6 million, potentially. Not at all at one time, of course. However, I'll see what I can't do to allot you a bit more forces as well.
Of course. Thank you. There's so much to do now. Much to prepare for. I wasn't...
Not yet to prepare for.
Not yet?
For now, mingle amongst your group. You do not get together very often in a professional setting.
Especially me.
Especially that one.
I can hear you.
Walks over to Zephyr and Mori.
I will speak with the others for a moment. Enjoy yourselves.
Yes.
Almost the entire administration is here. Make some friends if you'd like. Connection to be important
you.
when you rise the ranks.
I will. Thanks.
Zephyr! And he walks over to you.
Lano, it's good to see you, my friend.
I'm
Give a
Mori.
big ol' hug.
He brings you with one arm, brings you for a hug, and grabs Mori as well, and brings her in for a hug. Each under one arm.
It's an ankle hug, bro.
No, he picked you up. He picked you up with both of the arm and like grabbed you both in the air.
Yeah.
So good to see both of you in such high spirits. The
Always,
family doing
always. They're doing so well. You have to see this new picture of Lily. We just got it last week.
Up, don't show me. I'll be at the cookout. When's the next one?
This weekend, my friend.
I will allot myself an hour to be there during my break. Save me some food.
Zephyr does like that, like gentle head nod. Much appreciated. We will keep you something quite tasty.
And Mori, many thanks for taking care of my protege. Your resourcefulness and intellect here has been of great use in the campaigns that have happened. It is wonderful to see you still with us. You are a valuable asset to the ministry as a whole and the military.
I just knew she would be. I was so hoping.
You were right. Wonderful choice. A wonderful choice.
And he'll just speak with you guys casually as we'll go over to Morpheus and Sana and Ishmael up at the top.
He's the one that threatened to kill me just now, right?
Yes.
You'd be aware he didn't dislike you until the fire plane happened. It was like as soon as you went to the fire plane, it was a whole different ball game. He was not a fan of you.
I don't really need to make an insight check to know that I don't like him even before the threat of death, right?
Up to you. Whether you like him or not, his accolades are undeniable whether you like him or not.
Oh, I'm sure everyone's accolades here are undeniable. I heard so many good percentages. I'm sure everyone here's a fucking barrel of laughs. Well, I'm gonna eye him. I'm gonna say something in the. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Stop talking. Fuck.
Damn. See, that's what you get. Yapping.
Yep. But yeah. As he walks over, I'm going to say my usual funny little thing, but my eyes are going to betray the rest of my body for a second as I give him like a. I know what you are, stare.
Oh my god.
Pays you no mind. He keeps walking.
Hey! Oh, okay. Right past me. Like I'm not even here.
I'd prefer you not be here, to be honest. But prove yourself worthy, I suppose, in this campaign. I may change my opinion of you once more.
Ah, I'm glad my accolades are all that matter to you.
You're a commander. It is all that matters to me. Act like a commander next time. 150,000 lives.
And he walks away and goes over to where Zephyr and Mori are now.
I'll step aside.
No, he's down here talking to them. That's walking by. He's out here. He's talking to them now. Ishmael and Morphe are next to you. Ishmael's gonna go.
Well, if it is not true that you did that, we'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Are you excited for the campaign, Sana, to be back in the field again?
To be surrounded by more senseless violence and death, to fuel the egos of old men. The smell of it.
That's your whole thing back when you were a commander? You were all about, that kind of conflict. Could be wrong.
I was. I guess I still am. If
That's
that's
nice.
what everyone thinks of me.
I don't think much of you at all. I mean, not in a bad way, but you're just Sana to me.
I bow gracefully. Why, I'm honored. I'm just a person in your eyes, not a statistic.
No, you're just a person.
I will never understand how you like conflict so much. Truly, it interests me.
You saying that to me?
Yes.
Well, you see, before, when, No, you know what? I'll leave you wondering.
Well, perhaps we can all talk one day back at the assembly spire. Catch up on old times.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I'm
course.
going to make my way out now. I want to stop by the archives before I leave. I'll see you back at
We
the
will
spire.
see each other yet again.
Yes.
Oh, Ishmael.
Yes.
Pleasure seeing you.
Zephyr will point to him as he's walking out to not disrupt his walk, but just cook out
What day?
this weekend.
What time?
Evening, maybe 6 or 7.
What are you making?
It's gonna be more of a potluck. Anybody can bring what they want to bring, but we'll have a lot of food there.
Is Mori going?
Look over at Mori.
Shut it, you.
I George says that.
Oh.
Not like that. No, not like that.
Crush.
No, I'm working on something very new. Something that involves technology and magic. If I'm going to be having potluck, I can at least talk some business while I'm there.
You're trying to get some luck in her pot. I got you, buddy. I got you now.
Maybe you aren't actually a person in my eyes sometimes, Sana. And he gives you a smile.
Better than being a commander.
Ishmael, think of it like this. If you do come, you can try and find others to possibly help in your investigation.
Yes, and Kara, my wife, loves to hear about all this different research.
Oh. If Mori will be there, then I'll be there too. Will you be going as well, Morpheus?
Of course.
I'll definitely be there then, Zephyr.
I'll be there too. Does that
Zephyr
change your mind?
clasps his hands
A
together
little
and
bit.
looks
I
at
might not go
everybody.
anymore,
Wonderful.
actually.
I'll be there. He's got kids there.
Oh, I'll be there then.
Wonderful. I can't wait.
And Sana, when you have a chance, you should go over a psyche valve for you. Can't imagine being cooped up would be good for your mind for that long.
Oh yeah, cooped up with rapists, pedophiles, murderers, actual war criminals, and traitors for 2 years, chained and tortured every day of my life. Yeah, maybe a psyche valve wouldn't hurt. You know what I mean? This guy gets it.
Yes.
Oh, no one's there.
Well, I'm going to the archives. See you later.
Bye.
There's a ping in your mind. Iota says, as your mind goes, it appears as though your friend Ishmael is leaving.
She turns to make sure she catches his eye, just to lift a hand to, like, see you later.
She could put a hand up as well. I'm being told he's heading to the archives and will meet you at the Ministry or the Ministry Spire. Or Ministry, whoa, I don't know. The Assembly Spire. The Assembly Spire.
Understood.
And he
Thank
walks
you.
out the room, the door's closed behind him. What are you doing right now, Iotis?
Mingling with all the people, just like Lanoth told me to do.
Yippee! Who you want to talk to?
Um,
I'll give you like 2 or 3 guys you can talk to. Who you want to talk to?
Hey, you
She
get a pick, you
basically
guys.
walks up to just any old group that she can see. Like, she gives hellos as she walks through the crowd, nods of respect and so forth. But will kind of just wander until she settles, like, on a group. And I think that might be, like, somewhere around...
They're coming for you. Actually, no, what? Yeah.
Kitty.
Doom.
When you're the rising star,
You are indeed
bro,
the rising star.
everybody wants to talk
You had
to
Lanoff vouch for you, no less. You're definitely getting spoken to by a few more people. Regulus goes, so you're the rising star of the garrison, I heard.
So I've been told.
Many congratulations are in order for you.
Many thanks are also in order.
If you require anything at all, of course, request the ministry's assistance. I'll be watching you closely.
I am honored. Thank you. I will not let Oradnus down.
It is not about Oradnus all the time. It's about you too. Don't let yourself down.
She blinks, and then just goes, "Of course not."
He nods you.
It is wonderful to have attended this meeting. It is good to be back in the Empire. The campaign in the Fireplane was rousing, but I'm done with it. Very glad to be back.
Wonderful. Never forget though, Oradnus is built by the people. You're the people too. Make sure you're happy as well. A sound
Thank
commander
you,
mind
sir.
leads a good campaign. Relax when you can.
Thank you, sir. That's wonderful advice.
He's gonna walk over here to this area now.
He's cool as fuck, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, I can let me tell you how old he is actually. I think it's in my notes now. I can tell you at the bare minimum how old this man might be. I got all this music down. There we go. If he is from, the notes say, the age forgotten, which was that was 800, 9. He's about 2,000, give or take.
Okay.
He is from pre-Oradnus existing.
Got it.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, you said 1,000 years old?
About 2,000, in that range.
He's older than Oradnus.
He is indeed. I will say, briefly, you'll be spoken to by Kale, who is a similar rising star, but of the True Seekers instead. She'll go, from one rising star to another one. I look forward to seeing what you do.
As I look forward to your accomplishments as well. I've heard much of what you're doing.
And are you? You are a remarkable individual. I would love to accompany you one day on an expedition of sorts.
I would love to have you. If you would like to come to the Third Aegis. Several people have decided to join in already, so...
a very big deal, I suppose, Third Aegis, but unfortunately I have to deal with that. You heard the matter with Fragilis and Zax and all that. I have to handle that matter, it seems.
Yes,
Investigate
yes,
these evolutionaries. Yes.
Right, the fringe.
But perhaps when there is no more Third Aegis and no more need to hunt for an evolutionary, we can meet again.
I would like that.
And by then, perhaps I'll be among the seats of the High Table, or the High Chamber, and you'll be on the Ministry.
Ha! I would like that, yes. That is the goal. She gives a faint smile and holds out a hand.
You shake your hands as well. Our stars must stick together, I suppose. So, good luck to you.
Good luck to you as well.
And feel free to contact if you need anything at all from the Truth Seekers. I have plenty of information at our disposal, as you, I'm sure, are aware.
Thank you. I am absolutely certain that we will use that. I will use that offer. Thank you.
Cyrus looks at you and goes, "Nice talking to you."
You too? There's a tinge of
he
confusion.
was kind of hanging out with the Kale the whole time, and he kind of walks off behind her. Oh, you walk. You're muttering as the Kale stops, and he walks back. Zarius.
Hey, Mason.
Truth
Hello,
Seeker.
Zarius. Adjunct Assembly.
Kale told me, or ordered me, I guess, rather, Rising Stars, I guess, can do that now, or something. If you need any assistance with, like, the sin embodiment stuff, I'm your guy. If you want to take on that burden, of course. It is relatively newer.
Right. I am actually quite interested in learning about those concepts more.
Oh, then yeah, by all means, reach out to either myself or Kale. That's our major research is those topics.
Fantastic. I will reach out soon then.
Nice talking to you, for real this time. And then he walks off.
You too, Sir Zarius. Okay.
Who the fuck's a cat, man?
Giancarlo?
Giancarlo.
That's a cat.
For
Lady.
Elvitus's sake, she's a former commandant in the garrison. And she's considered arguably the best one-on-one duelist in the Empire.
Okay.
Count
The
Duke
smile
out here.
grows a little wider. She straightens up just a teensy bit more. It's weird because she's already standing very straight, but she tries to stand even straighter and says, hello, ma'am?
You hear like almost like a warble in your mind as it is a telepathic link to you. You hear the voice go, "A pleasure to meet you, Iovitus."
And you in person, Madam Giancarla.
No need for honor to fix here. You will soon be of a similar rank to myself. All things going well in your favor, of course.
Yes, of course. Sometimes it's a little, it can be difficult to get rid of formalities, sometimes.
Understandable. I wish to speak to you because if you're going to face the Third Aegis, I would like to, at least for a brief time during your down period, perhaps guide you in dueling methods.
Oh, absolutely.
From what we've gathered, there are a few individuals within the Third Aegis, including their renowned field marshal, that are expert duelists, and should you engage them in one-on-one combat, I'm not sure of your exact fighting style, but...
My fighting style, there's a soft laugh and then I have a wonderful new piece of technology from Mori back there.
The tech.
Yes. And also a dragon.
Apologies.
But that is not to say you have no reason to apologize. That is not to say I do not wish to learn more. I would be honored to add more to my arsenal. One can never be too prepared.
Very well, then when you are provided your citadel, I shall join you until you leave the Oradnus territories.
Thank you. Absolutely, yes, thank you.
She nods to you, and if you require anything else, of course, from the Ministry, I'm sure Lanoth will supply you. He seems very invested in your future.
He has been good to me. Yes. I'm very lucky.
Indeed you are, but also very skilled. Do not forget that.
Thank you. Yes.
Luck only goes so far in Oradnus.
Of course. Yes, it's always more than that.
Nods her head to you. And begins to stride off, to speak over. She kind of joins back to right where Regulus was and begins talking with Regulus and the rest of the lot down here.
She nods back and then, without a crowd around her, just sort of breathes out, almost in like a sort of like, oh, okay. And looks around to prepare for if there is any other socializing that needs to be done.
You would see, in that when we begin looking around, there is, let's shift. This individual here is like speed walking to where the assembly currently is talking right now.
Okay.
At this point, I'm told been gone already. He'd be over here, probably hanging out with this one up here, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll talk to Axton. You welcome.
You walk over. Oh, Morpher, I'd say you would know. As you see Axton walking up, you would know Axton, one of the Truth Seekers. Never has much good to say about anyone besides the Ministry. And you would know that she's probably here to shit talk, to say the least.
About Ada.
She's here to shit talk the entire assembly, most likely.
Oh God.
She is a truth seeker. She was formerly in the Ministry and then became a truth seeker.
Out of character. I like her.
But she is definitely here just to cause trouble, most likely. As she walks up, sees you, and comes up in front of you, Morpheus goes,
I often wonder why the administration still finds a need for you lot. All second rate.
Well, you may think of us as secondary, but the administration does seem to need us. I do believe that it is still good to at least have some of us as backlines for other positions.
That's just it, backlines. Your fragments. You may be fragments of us in the assembly or the administration, but that's precisely it. If you were really worthy of your station and not intended to be tiebreakers, you'd be in one of the seats that we sit in. You're just first place losers, I'm afraid.
Stop throwing your toys in the toilet.
Huh?
Sorry, I was talking to my cat.
and I often wonder why they still call upon you for these meetings if you don't provide any information. You just sat and watched. Curious.
Not everyone.
Kitty cat.
So,
Sana.
Yeah, this one.
See, Sana's alright. Kind of.
Listen. You can talk to the rest of the fucking assholes in this room, sure. But my buddies over here, listen. We don't provide information. We provide results. We need to speak because all we do is do, you know? We come to here because we're obligated. Or at least they are, and I'm here to barter for my freedom.
You know, I was...
Now, what exactly do you do here? I don't remember you speaking at all. Or if you were, I fell asleep.
What do I do?
let's not regard to it.
I am currently the one that is in charge of almost every concept that involves military growth, actually. Channeling, what else did you use in your military days? Limit chaining. I am currently head of research for most of those things, actually. What do you do? Lead 150,000 people with their deaths?
When you say head,
I helm the research. I work closely with the Ministry and the Truth Seekers as a bridge between the groups.
So you actually did the math there, you did the science, you put the little chemical test tube.
I tested them myself, actually. I can use almost all of them to some degree.
Oh, wow. Very impressive, very impressive. Say, have you ever seen your comrades die in your...
Yes, I have.
Ah.
I was in the Ministry, Sana, and I was successful, unlike you.
I was successful. Until, you know, the incident that everyone keeps harping on about. Yeesh.
Oh, just that incident? Or was it you being the last rising star that has now failed? Must hurt seeing the commander that replaced you in the fireplane taking all the glory for the victory, isn't it?
No, not at all. Because there's worse pains, you dumb bitch.
Whoa, let's
Oh, sorry, language.
keep it down.
Mind your
Sana.
tongue. Oh, you're not in the assembly anymore. I can't even call you the assembly anymore. Mind your tongue, war prisoner. That's what you are, aren't you? Until you finally prove your innocence, you're just a prisoner of war. Hoping you don't die tomorrow. provide nothing, you'll be nothing. That's all I'm saying. Oradnus is about results, and you've proven you can't provide any.
Heinrich walks over, and you've proven that you've spoken too much. Remember, puts an arm around their shoulder, that you too only gained your station when arrogance bested your predecessor. He kind of spins away from your group and leads them away, like, over here. They're kind of like trying to look back to your group. We work together to raise Oradnus. There's nothing to gain by flaunting supposed superiority to our comrades and colleagues, unless of course you're willing to match your hubris with your hands. And he looks down, it's kind of a faint flicker in his eyes. He gestures to Axton, and the multi of their kind of arcane marks they have on their body. Axton snatches away, hisses, and storms out.
Zephyr will give a little, like that sassy finger toodaloo.
I thought not.
Most choose not to.
Heinrich, there was no need for you to do all that.
There's no need for a friend to be a friend, is there?
I'll thank you, Heinrich. I must have lost my edge in prison.
I don't think so. You're just dealing with a stickler. Axton is Axton. For what it's worth, ignore them. They probably feel their station is threatened with so much of this future talk being uncertain. The majority of us, however, myself included, are always glad to have you around, Assembly. In times like these, people without the year-round burden of power and command ought to make the best choices.
Well, we are glad you feel that way.
So please do make good choices. It appears all Oradnus is in our hands. No pressure, though. And he pats with him on the shoulders as he walks past.
Haha, no pressure, haha.
Can we just say hello, Heinrich?
Good choices is all we make, good friend.
Wonderful choice.
Isn't that right, Sana?
You hear the prowling song behind Heinrich and says, yes, good choice. And he just stops and looks up. He just stops and gets stiff. He goes, so this is how I go, huh?
Hey, Marion! It's been so long. How are you doing?
She grabs Heinrich by the back of the neck like a cat.
Hey, whoa. Two old friends can't catch up. Marion, you gotta tell me, how's life?
What did he tell you?
Congratulations.
Wait, Sana doesn't know.
You all. It is like almost like a visual effect. You all see like an eclipsing moon appear beneath her feet for a brief moment, and there's like a glint of a sword sheath that almost apparates on her back. Yes, congratulations. Heinrich, can I talk to you outside, please?
He just told us about how you two have been steady so long together. We're just congratulating.
Heinrich looks at you. Heinrich gives you the look of a dead man. Sana goes. He just nods and goes. He nods and goes. It's enough, old friend. This is how I go. And she leads him outside.
No, no.
Remember me! And he gets it. That's the door's closed behind him.
I remember you.
Heinrich got that 1,000-yard stare right now.
I admire the dynamic.
Yeah, more leans in your shoulders as that happens as they walk out.
He's definitely fucked. He's not making it the cookout.
Hey, I'm a little out of the loop. Somebody catch me up.
At this point, you get back to your group. I'd say at this point, you'd make it back.
He's dead. He's not going to be making it to the cookout. I don't think.
Steph, I'm sure I'll make sure to check up on him later.
Much appreciated, old friend.
For those that did not know, once upon a time, Mariah had the name of what was the name again? She was the Lunar Blade, because she had a certain attack she would do that would eclipse the moon for a brief moment whenever it was nighttime out.
Woo!
Melania. Okay.
Woo!
Kind of, and that's why she was as strong as she was able to fight an incarnate candidate, because she had such prowess in terms of like arcane swordsmanship. Rather,
she had the moon on her.
She had a fucking imaginary technique.
She pretty much did. They did a checkup on. Oh man.
I gotta go check up on boy Hydra. He's a homie.
Well, essentially, Sana, Heinrich and his darling dear over there were thinking of maybe having a child.
Are they still in earshot? How far away are they?
You're not sure how far she could hear, but she's not with him anymore.
I wouldn't even risk that. She's already right behind you.
Wow.
I think we should go since it seems important people are gathering up there.
So, shall we get some drinks, y'all?
Aura.
Chief Lucy.
He's the one doing the aura. I was
I
wondering.
thought it was the potentate that
No.
was doing it.
She's a paladin. She goes over and goes, we're drinking, are we?
Oh, you wanna join?
I mean, once you all clear the room and I'm off duty, I'd love to join you, yeah. Where are you meeting at? Got a place?
O'Malley's down the street.
I fucking hate O'Malley's.
Never mind. O'Murphy's.
Oh, Murphy's. Maybe.
I don't think she likes
Irish.
David Buster's. You like
I do love Dave and Buster's.
Oh no.
That's
Well,
even
my name is
worse.
David. I'm trying to bust in her, if you know what I mean.
No, please elaborate, Sana, in
no.
detail.
No,
She leans
fine.
forward. You see her. By the way, she has the sword in her picture. She has a sword.
Okay.
Just holding it.
I care? You think I care?
Please elaborate, Sana. I'm all ears.
Alright, so the joke is, I'm calling myself Dave, and I'm referring to you as her in the
Uh-huh.
part of bust her.
Uh-huh.
And by bust, I mean ejaculate into, because I wish to copulate. You know
Can
what?
I come up behind Sana and just cover his mouth? Please don't mind him. Please. I beg of you.
No, it's
No,
cute. It's real
my-
darling. Real darling. It's real cute. Real adorable. I think I've got bigger fish to fry, though, unfortunately, Sana. So, worry about Z first. It seems you got a bet with her, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're not married yet, so I can
Oh,
still-
not yet. But when you have the wedding, let me know.
We'll do.
Ooh.
She probably needs a maid of honor. Does she have friends?
Do you count her army of about 500,000 barbarians as friends?
If she does, sure.
Then they'll probably be there, most likely.
Good for her. Maybe she will have a maid of honor then.
O'Malley's, though, right? Tonight? O'Malley's?
You guys good with O'Malley's?
I thought it was.
Yes, we'll be celebrating.
Oh, O'Murphy's. Right, sorry, not O'Malley. O'Murphy's, wrong one.
Assignment.
O'Murphy's. I forgot. Alright, O'Murphy's, yep. Celebrating.
Aye.
I gotta go check up on two people.
Wait, what's your name?
Huh?
What do you mean? What's her name? There's no way.
If you want to call me anything, you can call me the Chief of Civil Security, considering I'm above your station now. Boy. And she winks at you and walks away.
You got it, Chief.
Boy. Oh.
Huh.
I like your moxie.
And she goes back there and kind of puts the sword back in the ground and just waits there, looking just blinking into the room as she guards the top of the stairs. Or the bottom of the stairs.
You know who she reminds? She reminds me of Fate.
Who?
You'll be,
Another thing I read in prison.
you'll be to walk out of the room, and your conscience returns in full adjunct mind. Please return to the Assembly Spire. It is time to delegate tasks. The Voice of Oradnus sent us a multitude of objectives to complete before the next meeting, so work must begin post-haste. And at the same moment, it's like a sub-message that goes to you, Io, and to you as well, Mori. Oh, I guess and to you as well, Sana, because you're involved in this. The three of you since you're in the military get a message, almost like a simultaneous message at the same time. Not adjunct mind. It is an unfamiliar one, except for I guess you're all in the military. It's a familiar one. It is the Ministry's consciousness.
Okay.
This is Ministry Mind. You have a telelink from Lanoth of the Ministry. Do you accept?
Accepted.
This is to all of you, Mori and Sana as well.
Hey, Sada mentioned.
I guess I'll. Sana might die. Damn. As the message comes through, you hear Lanoth go, "We must strategize your deployment against the Third Aegis. Make your way to the Ministry Spire. There's much to discuss, and with your deployment occurring as soon as it is, apparently, time is not a luxury we have."
Ah. Is it happening sooner than expected?
It seems so. War never ends.
That's unfortunate. We'll be there soon.
I will try at least buy you a week of time back home before you are forced to deploy.
I would appreciate that if it's possible, but I also understand if it's not.
Sana, you've
Before
been...
we leave. Sorry.
Lanoth is talking to you and Mori. Sana, as much as it displeases me to have you aboard this mission, you are a capable warrior. I'll be detaching a portion of a reserve garrison force for your command on the field.
they'll all come back alive.
Should they come back alive, every single one of them, you've earned my trust again.
To you, Mori, he speaks to you as well almost in the moment. And Mori, the forces that I'm providing to Sana, please outfit them with new equipment, please. I said please twice. There is testing to be done on your equipment before I can approve any future deployments of it. They will be your test run. If it is unstable before the first mission of deployment, it shall be a declined proposition. And the signal cuts out as you all begin making your way out of...
Before we head out, where's the restroom? I need to go.
You hear the voice of Adjunct Mind in your head.
The nearest restroom is about 500 feet down the hall to your left.
Yeah, I'll catch up with y'all.
Will you?
Oh,
Yeah. I die if I don't do this.
Is it wise to have you unsupervised?
I'm going to
I
the
am
bathroom.
sure he will be fine. If we are gonna, if you are going to be going into battle with him, or going to be prepared for a campaign, you need to learn how to trust him.
That's not how
simple
this
stuff.
works.
Can I go to the bathroom?
The enforcer escorts that had been waiting by the door for you all rejoin your group. Two of them go, we shall accompany them if you like.
You see,
Yes, please.
they're there to hold my hand.
By the way, each of you has
Great.
each of you individually in the group has like 4 enforcers to your own personal charge.
We got bodyguards.
You're part of the administration, of course you do.
we are important.
So I'll say two of Io's Iovitus's guards will join and follow Sana.
When we get to the bathroom, I'm gonna turn to them and say, you mind if I have some privacy? Unless you want to watch.
No, of course, we're sure to make sure you're safe.
Thank you.
And they will stand and shut the door.
Okay, I'm gonna head in. Is this like a one person room?
Yeah.
Or, like, one of the okay. Is there running water?
Yeah, there's running water.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on the water and kind of like lean on the sink and kind of like take some of the water in my hands and kind of splash all over my face and like clean my face for a second, and then I'm gonna look up and like my hands are gonna go down and like start pulling like at like the lower parts of my eyes, like how crazy people do it in anime. Yeah, looking like that and whispering into my palms. Hey, was he there? Or she? Or they? Come on, buddy. The motherfucker that put me in this situation. Were they in the room with me?
You look back up at the mirror in front of you, and there's the same tattered rope figures behind you.
They were.
You want to tell me who they were now?
The one you most suspect.
And that's where we're in session 0.
Oh!
Interesting.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, I want more. I want more.
No, we got another 3 hours before midnight. Come on. Come on.
No, we are not licensed. We are playing.
Also, you're free to
Lethal
respond to Mori, Io.
Let me see.
You're good. Don't worry about that. You're good.
Ah, yes. Okay. Io is going to glance down at Mori and smile. They're out of the room now, so she's being a little more casual, despite the distrust of Sana. But yeah, she smiles warmly and says, "That
Right back, guys.
would be incredible. Please, please, if you could make something like that. I don't know how you do it, but